Hello everyone. In this video tutorial, we'll learn about the basics of Keel software, which is used to run your microcontroller programs. Okay, 8051 programs we are going to execute in the Keel version 3. Okay, so on the desktop, double click on the Keel version 3. So this is the window which appears when you open the Keel version, that is 3. Okay, so on the right hand side you observe the project workspace. Okay, so in this area all the projects created by you will be visible. So this area is the editing window where you are writing the actual code. Then bottom is the output window. So the name is written here, it's output window, where the output it can be observed, or the any errors, warnings, anything related to your code what you have written will be appearing in the output window. Okay, then here at the bottom side there is one more window which will appear called as memory window. So this will appear once you build your code and run the code. Okay, so if not, you can directly go to the view, then you can select the memory window in this. Okay, so you can also do this method, or once you execute the program you can also view the memory window. Okay, so these are the different windows. Then this file, edit, view, these will be the having the normal things. File will have the options to create a new file, open, save, so like that. Then this project navigation is important. So in this you have the options to create a new project, or open the existing one, or import the version projects. Okay, so this project is used to create the new project. Then there is an option called debug. This debug is nothing but your run of the program where you actually run the code. Fine. Then flash peripherals, these are the other navigations which will be used appropriately. So we shall discuss about them in the future videos. So in today's session, we'll see how a simple ALP will be written and how it will be executed with the Keel version. Okay. So before that, we need to create a new project. So go to the project, select the new project. Then by default, it will open the document page, or if you want to store all your files or projects in a separate folder, you can create a new folder, or you can save them in the documents folder only. So write the file name here. So we shall write it as example1, file name as example1. So then save. So after that, you are going to select the target. So for the project, which target you are going to use? I mean, which microcontroller you are going to use to in order to run your program. Okay. So in this, we will select the Atmel. So Atmel. So expand this. Okay. These are the various series of microcontrollers of Atmel. So scroll down, go to 89C51. Okay, so it is our 8051 based microcontroller, and the details of 89C51 are here. Okay, in the description you can observe the characteristics of it. Okay, select this one, then say okay. Okay, then it will say whether you are going to copy the startup code to project folder and file to the project. Yes, click on yes. Okay, so now in the project workspace, observe the target one has been created. Fine. So when you expand this, there is a source group. So all the files, what you will do further should be under this source group. Okay. So now we'll create the file. Go to File, New. Okay. The editor window will appear. So this is the window where you are going to write the ALP. Okay. So we shall write a simple program. So just to transfer the values or to load the values. Okay. So start with org. We'll start with address 0h. Okay. Then simple instructions to just copy the values. Move a comma hash 12h. Then move r1 comma hash 31h. Then move r2 comma hash 45h. So just simply loading the values to the registers. Okay. Then another way, move 50h comma hash 67h. Okay. So some 3-4 instructions we have written. Then end. Okay. After writing the code, the first job is to save it. So go to save. Okay. So here you should write the file name. First select the folder or else just you can save file name. So give the file name. It's ex1. Okay. And it should be stored with the extension ASM. That is the assembly language program. Okay. Then save. Fine. So after saving, you can observe the changes here. The colors of the address and the values are changed. Okay. So this indicates our program is saved properly. Fine. So after writing the program, the next job is compiling it. Fine. So before compiling, we should add this file to the project. This file ex1 should be added to the project what we have created earlier. Okay. So go to source group, select it, then right click. Okay. So you should go to add files to group, source group 1. The file what you have created, you should add this to the source group. Okay. Click on that. Then files type, select the ASM files here. Then your ESM file, that is ex1, will be displayed. Select it, then click on add. So it will be added, close. So you can check whether it is added or not in the project workspace. Expand this one so you can observe the ex1 is being added to your target. Okay. So after this job, your next work is to compile the program. So select the source group 1, then go to project. Fine. In this, build target. So nothing but you're compiling your program. The shortcut is F7, or you can go to project and build target. So click on it. So you can observe here in the output window. So the project has been compiled and it is showing 0 errors, 3 warnings. Okay. So you can observe the size of the program, code, how much it has been. So everything will be displayed here. So your program is error free. So next, what is your job after compiling? So you should debug the program. Go to debug, then start the debug session. Click on this. Say OK. So now your program is ready to debug. Okay. You can observe the different registers being displayed here, R0, R1 up to R7. Then register A, B, stack pointer, DPTR. Okay. So all the registers are displayed. The value of all them is initially 0. We have not yet started the debug session. Then you can run this all at a time, or you can run step by step. Fine. So we'll run the program step by step. So for that, click on the option here, step into. Okay. It will step into the code and it will execute each line one by one. Then press on this. We can observe the green line into the second instruction, move a comma hash 12h. What does it mean? The value 12 is to be moved into register A. So observe here, the register A is loaded with the value 12. Fine. The first instruction is executed. Then again press step into. The second one is move R1 comma hash 31. You can observe here, R1 register is loaded with 31. Similarly, next R2 comma hash 45. So R2 value is 45. Then move 50h comma hash 67. Okay, so 50h is the internal memory location. So I told the memory will be displayed here. So you can observe the memory blocks here. So in this one, type the address which you want to locate. Fine. Okay, so you can observe in the 50th location, first value, it is 0 now. So after executing, it should be loaded with 67. So observe here. You can observe the area or the address 50. So it is loaded with 67. Fine. So this is how the program, after executing, you can observe the changes in the register. So last step, end of the code. Then what you should do, you should again go to debug, stop the debug session. So now you have executed this code and observe the changes in the respective registers. So this is a simple program of how you can load the values to different registers. So in the next videos, we shall do with the simple data transfer instructions to move the content from internal memory and to and from the external memory. Thank you.